Bitcoin has been on a wild ride since its creation in 2009. Opinions on Bitcoin are varied and often polarized.
So there is a use case for Bitcoin. If you live in Venezuela, North Korea, if you're a criminal, great product.
And I think that people who are professional traders that go into trading cryptocurrencies, it's just disgusting. It's like somebody else is trading turds and you decide I can't be left out.
Governments are going to crush it one day.
I do think people get bought into these manias who may not have as much money to spare. If you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out.
It will come to a bad ending.
Let's look at the opinions of the world's richest people on Bitcoin. Even though many tech and celebrity figures have embraced the cryptocurrency, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates often shared his skeptical views on Bitcoin and expressed concern for everyday people getting sucked into the Bitcoin frenzy.
There's some really good technology in terms of sharing databases and verifying transactions that is talked about as blockchain. That is a good thing. Bitcoin and ICOs, I agree completely. It's one of the crazier speculative things.
Gates cautioned the crypto buyers over the volatile nature of Bitcoin, especially how its value could be significantly influenced by social media activity. Gates described the Bitcoin phenomenon as something that's 100% based on greater fool theory, referring to the idea that overvalued assets will go up in price when there are enough investors willing to pay more for them. Gates emphasized the risks associated with Bitcoin's volatility, particularly for people who might not have substantial financial resources. In an interview, Gates highlighted the decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and their potential to facilitate anonymous and irreversible transactions. These features, according to Gates, pose risks not only to financial stability, but also in terms of enabling illicit activities. Bill Gates cautioned, "The main feature of cryptocurrencies is their anonymity, and that's not a good thing. The government's ability to find money laundering and tax evasion and terrorist funding is a good thing. Right now, cryptocurrencies are used for buying drugs and things, so it is a rare technology that has caused deaths in a fairly direct way. The speculative wave around initial coin offerings and cryptocurrencies is super risky for those who go long." Bill Gates said, "I'm used to asset classes like a farm where they have output, or like a company where they make products. I like investing in things that have valuable output. The value of companies is based on how they make great products. The value of crypto is what some other person decides someone else will pay for it, so not adding to society like other investments. As for crypto, I'm not involved in that. I'm not long or short any of those things."
I could care less what Bitcoin trades for, how it trades, why it trades, who trades it. If you're stupid enough to buy it, you'll pay the price for it one day.
Jamie Dimon, the chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase, is a longtime critic of the Bitcoin and continued to distance himself from the volatile currency. Jamie Dimon emphasized that blockchain, the underlying technology behind most cryptocurrencies, has its merits. Dimon said, "Blockchain is real. It's a technology. We use it. It's going to move money. It's going to move data. It's efficient." But when asked about his opinion on Bitcoin, Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin is a fraud and Ponzi scheme and cannot serve as a currency. Dimon has trashed Bitcoin repeatedly in recent years. He's compared Bitcoin to smoking a cigarette, said it's dangerous to own, urged people not to buy it, and called on governments to ban it. He's expressed his discontent at the anonymity Bitcoin provides and the lack of regulation around its use, and the way it enables crimes such as fraud, tax avoidance, money laundering, and drug trafficking. Dimon added, "I defend your right to smoke a cigarette and I'll defend your right to buy a Bitcoin. I don't want to tell you what to do. I will personally never buy Bitcoin, and I do think it's a risk if you are a buyer. So my personal advice would be don't get involved. But it's a free country." Billionaire investor Warren Buffett has consistently made clear his stance on the topic of cryptocurrency. He wants nothing to do with cryptocurrency. Despite the growing acceptance of Bitcoin in the traditional finance sector, Buffett's stance remains unchanged, emphasizing his belief that Bitcoin is not a viable investment. Buffett has been vocal about his caution toward Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market, predicting a grim outcome. Buffett said, "In terms of cryptocurrencies, I can say with almost certainty that they will come to a bad ending." Buffett cautioned, "If you told me you own all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? I'd have to sell it back to you one way or another. It isn't going to do anything." Through this assertion, Buffett articulates his viewpoint that, unlike other assets, cryptocurrencies cannot generate tangible value or income. Earlier this year in a CNBC interview, Buffett dismissed Bitcoin as a gambling token and said, "It doesn't have any intrinsic value, but that doesn't stop people from wanting to play the roulette wheel. Whether it goes up or down in the next year or 5 or 10 years, I don't know. But the one thing I'm pretty sure of is that it doesn't produce anything. It's got a magic to it, and people have attached magic to lots of things." Legendary investor Ray Dalio mentioned Bitcoin's accomplishments have been quite amazing. Dalio said, "It has been an amazing accomplishment for Bitcoin to have achieved what it has done. From writing that program, not being hacked, having it work and having it adopted the way it has been, it's amazing." Dalio added, "I believe in the blockchain technology. There's going to be that revolution, so it has earned credibility. It has no intrinsic value, but it has imputed value, and therefore it has some merit." But he struck a skeptical tone when he reasoned that it's a tiny thing that is unstable and often receives disproportionate attention. Dalio said, "Bitcoin has a number of other issues. If it is a threat to governments, it will probably be outlawed in some places when it becomes relatively attractive. I'm not an expert on Bitcoin, but I think it has some merit as a small portion of a portfolio." Billionaire investor Charlie Munger had a history of expressing strong opinions against cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin. His views were notable for their intensity and the sharpness with which he delivered them.
And the people who invented this crypto crapo, which is my name for it, and sometimes I call it crypto crapo and sometimes I call it crypto shit. And it's just ridiculous that anybody would buy this stuff.
Munger's criticism of Bitcoin centered around its high volatility and the absence of regulatory frameworks. Munger once mentioned, "I think I should say modestly that the whole damn development of crypto is disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization." The investor was concerned about cryptocurrencies' use in criminal activities, such as drug dealing, terror funding, kidnapping, and extortion. Munger cautioned, "I don't welcome a currency that's so useful to kidnappers and extortionists and so forth, nor do I like just shuffling out extra billions of dollars to somebody who just invented a new financial product out of thin air." Munger said, "In my life, I try to avoid things that are stupid and evil, and Bitcoin does all that. It's stupid because it's very likely to go to zero, and it's evil because it undermines the Federal Reserve System, and it makes us look foolish compared to the communist leader in China. Xi Jinping was smart enough to ban Bitcoin in China, and we are a lot dumber." In 2013, Munger equated Bitcoin to rat poison. Bitcoin was worth $150 that year. 5 years later, when Bitcoin was trading at $9,000, he was asked about his previous comments. Munger said,
So it's more expensive rat poison.
Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been in the spotlight for his cryptic tweets about Bitcoin. Elon said, "I don't spend a lot of time thinking about cryptocurrency, hardly any at all." Although Musk sees the value of Bitcoin, he believes that it is mostly used to perform illegal transactions. Elon added, "This comment sort of gets the crypto people angry, but there are crypto transactions that are not within the balance of the law." He further said that he sees crypto as an effective replacement for cash, but he did not see it as a primary replacement. Musk does not fully endorse cryptocurrencies, but he admits that there is a change coming to the financial industry and that banks need to watch out. Tesla has the third largest Bitcoin holdings among publicly traded companies. Pershing Square Capital Management founder and CEO Bill Ackman once cheekily suggested a scenario in which the price for Bitcoin could soar far higher than anyone might imagine. Bill Ackman said, "Bitcoin's price rise leads to increased mining and greater energy use, driving up the cost of energy, causing inflation to rise and the dollar to decline, then again driving demand for Bitcoin and increased mining, driving demand for energy, and the cycle continues." Ackman further added, "Bitcoin goes to infinity, energy prices skyrocket, and the economy collapses. Maybe I should buy some Bitcoin. The problem, of course, is that it also works in reverse." It's obvious that quite a number of people view Bitcoin as a revolutionary technology that will transform the financial system and usher us in a new era of decentralization and transparency. Bitcoin skeptics view Bitcoin as a speculative bubble or a scam, with no real underlying value. Some of the arguments in favor of Bitcoin include its ability to provide a decentralized and trustless monetary system, its potential to transform the global financial system, and its ability to act as a store of value. Some of the arguments against Bitcoin include its volatility, its potential to be used for illegal activities, and its high energy consumption for mining activities. While Bitcoin has the potential to change or even improve the existing financial infrastructure, the cryptocurrencies ecosystem is still rife with misuse, scandals, and criminals. But so are the existing systems. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.